Buenos dias. Buenas tardes. Buenas noches. Oh yes. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. That divine language was Spanish. So, let me read something for you about that with regards to also Mexican, because Mexicans speak Spanish. So, origin. In general, Mexicans have both European and Amerindian ancestries, and the proportion varies by region and individuals. African ancestry is also present, but in lower proportion. There is genetic asymmetry, with the direct paternal line predominantly Amerindian. Hey, we learn something new every day on this channel, for real. 0055 on the timer. Yes, we learn something new every day. So I wanted to speak to you guys as well about. You guys know the movie Pain and Gain? You know, Pain and Gain. It's so okay. It's hilarious, but it's very factual. It's based on a true story. I'm sure you guys do know about it. Where The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, is one of the actors in that movie, or one of the subject matters within the movie. It's hilarious, but if you actually look at it in depthly, like deeper, the movie, it spoke so much about greed and wanting to get ahead before your time, right? When you rush, that's where you crash. I'm sure you guys know that saying, right? When you rush, it's where you crash. 2:11 on the timer. Look, there's a reason why. If you have been listening for my day ones, 2:22 on the timer. If you have been listening to me my day ones, and those who do follow, even my new subscribers, welcome, right? And I thank everybody for joining me at this present moment. Yes, this is our channel. Let me just do my introduction now that I'm going back. Welcome, Holy Souls in Divine Form. This is your host, Sunshine, on our channel. And I'm glad you guys can join me. Pain and Gain. When we don't accept or understand God's timing, we make mistakes. When you rush to get to that finish line without exercising, eating correctly, sleeping well, drinking your water, not making sense. You guys get where I'm going with this? When you prepare for a race, you take your time. You have to exercise. You have to have a trainer who's going to tell you, okay, we're going to wake up at 5 in the morning, right, every day. You'll rest twice or once every week or per week. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to get your heart rate to a certain level. You're going to have to start 344. You're going to have to start eating certain foods in order for you to be more, in order for your speed to increase, or whichever way you guys do it. Do you know what I mean? And if you do not prepare, 0404, if you do not prepare, because preparation takes time. You don't just wake up and you are now Usain Bolt. I swear at times I kill myself. You know what I mean? You have to take your time. What the hell? You can't just rush into winning this race that we are all running, because life is like a race. We all want to get somewhere. We all want to heal. 444. We all want to have that peaceful life and that happy life. Believe it or not, as much as we may say we're chasing money, because most of us we are here in the 3D just for money, which is sad. Yo, I'm chasing peace, 0505. I'm chasing peace. I'm chasing happiness. I'm chasing love. And not just for me, that's the thing. For everyone. Because if God took His time to create us, you can just imagine. You can just imagine how beautiful we are, just how blessed we are. Like, you can imagine. For those who did biology, and those who kind of took it further from, besides high school, primary school, and all that, who went further to actually study, going to college, and so forth and so on, you'll understand the beauty that God has blessed us with, what actually entails in this shell, what goes on inside. And I'm not just talking about the body itself, but imagine, that engineering must have taken God some time. For Him to be able to make your body work in a certain way. For you to be able to feel emotions, have thoughts. For you to be able to shed a tear. My word. For you to be able to laugh, 622. Don't you think God took time just to make you? Why are we so unappreciative? Why do we always rush the process? I didn't understand it myself. I'm going to tell you something. I was a very impatient person. Like, you have no idea. Ask my kids. 0644, no lie. And I thank God that 90% of that short-fused individual that I was, I'm learning patience now. 0655, oh my Lord, my time is talking to me today. I learned the basis of patience, hence, like I'm a Virgo, so my emotions are always running. My mind is always running. Hence, meditation. Hence, meditate. Because when you meditate, you can't, and I prefer to meditate out. It's winter in South Africa, by the way, right now. When some of you guys are experiencing summer and so forth and so on, I'm experiencing winter here, so. I literally go outside. It's freezing cold today. And I've stepped out of these doors, I don't know how many times. And by me saying I'm going outside, I have a very, comfortable yard that I can actually sit and meditate on. And I'm fortunate to have, where I do reside, it's quite serene and a bit quiet. So I get to connect with the universe. I get to connect with the earth. I get to connect with my ancestors. I meditate outside in this blazing cold. Why? Because I need to connect. I need to calm myself down. I need for my chakras to align on a daily basis. It's an everyday thing. You have no understanding. If I do not meditate and hug my trees and talk to the plants and put my feet on the sand, it becomes a bit of a problem to me. This is how of a norm it has become. Just to silence my mind so that I don't think and overthink. Yeah, think about something. Because it's the same like meditating. When you think about something, you acknowledge it and you let it go. Because the whole point of this is peace. Listen to what the earth has to tell you, what the universe wants to share with you, what God wants to incite in you, what your angels want to give you, what your ancestors are trying to lead you. You know, that kind of situation. And yet we rush pain and gain. We rush to reach the finish line. I didn't understand it until I started going through it. And I'm grateful for it every day. As much as I'm rushing to be that divine counterpart, as much as I'm rushing to live my best life, 9:22 on the timer, to live my best life and be in that humongous home and, I want that. Yes, I do. But I must understand I'm going to have them. Another affirmation that, I tell myself, affirmations, I'll be talking about that as we continue with, more and more and more and more of the learning and the growth and spirituality and so forth. Why limit yourself to rushing when the process can be so delightful? Yes, there'll be tower moments. They are needed. Because why? We need to see where we're going wrong. We need to see certain things we take, for granted. But this is all training. This is all preparation. Because God will not just give you your beautiful table, your beautifully engineered and orchestrated and cleaned table for you. If you still have certain things that you have not acknowledged about yourself, your life, and your surroundings. Once again, it starts with thyself. That's why people dibble and dabble in witchcraft, because they're rushing. You're going to be a millionaire tomorrow. Now you go and you bewitch your brother, your sister, your aunt. Now there's a divide in the family because one of you guys or two of you or a clan of people within your own family, 1101, is using witchcraft on you because they see your light. Because they know you're going to reach it. What they don't understand is that you are supposed to reach it. 1111. You're supposed to reach it and you're going to reach it. And by you reaching it, you'll be teaching them lessons. Because all of this is just patience. Giving thanks and having gratitude. Working on yourself daily. Because that will reflect unto others. Even your karmic individuals, the karmic people around you, will start to draw to you, to your energy, in a way that most of them will learn. Some will refuse to. That's their prerogative. That's fine. But as long as your job is done, whereby you purify, you cleanse yourself on a daily basis, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, you'll be surprised how happy you will be. And you'll be surprised at how quick things will just come to you. Because then God, your angels, the universe, they can recognize 1212 that you are ready for this new evolution. Rushing. We rush. We make mistakes at the end of it all. Now we owe the devil. Because you're rushing. You are skipping. You cannot move from grade 1 to grade 5 overnight. You first have to learn the skills. You first have to know how to read. You can't. Do you know what I'm saying? Come on now. Let's stop disappointing God. Let's stop disappointing Him. Let's stop disappointing ourselves. And let's stop disappointing each other. Because I promise you, once we live in gratitude and actually having that much peace to give somebody else peace, I promise you, you will gain much more than what you actually thought you would. Because God will bless you endlessly. I'm a prime example. If you guys only knew what I've gone through. But I'm going to say 30 and 33 all the time. I'm yet to share a lot with you guys. And believe you me, what I've gone through, you too have. You have gone through the exact same thing. 1344. But you know what? God knows what He is doing. And we can only be thankful and appreciative enough to see the light, or to see what He's trying to show us by using people like myself, people like the tarot readers, 1414, even your comics. Yep. Let's wake up. Time to live in illusion is over. So, buenos días, buenos tardes, buenas noches. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Be good. Be blessed. Always put the Most High first. Always. He's phenomenal as much as you are.